talking about in case it's something I shouldn't be talking about.
Right. But I think it's funnier whenever I don't.
Mm-hmm. It's hilarious.
You know what we should have done? We should have kept my mic over there and put your mic over here and then crossed them.
No. Then it would have been like right in front of the camera. Here, let's just try it.
Oh, this is going to be so loud. Oh, well, I guess we can just do that. Yeah, this looks good.
That's perfect.
That looks fine.
Yeah.
Oh, geez. My mic is really loud.
This is much better.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Much clearer camera angles.
I can see the computer screen much better.
Yeah. This is good.
Yeah, this is fine to me. All right. Well, that was a little aggressive.
Oh, don't forget to record.
Like I would forget to record.
Mm-hmm. It's one of my greatest fears is that I'm going to do an interview and forget to record it. Because sometimes I just like start taking notes and I'm not paying attention to like the recording. And then like I'm afraid I'm going to finish taking the notes and be like, shoot, I didn't record that entire interview.
Got to stop.
What? I didn't do it.
Dude, it got real
You just
hot
yelled
all
at
of a
me for
sudden.
nothing.
It got really hot all of a sudden.
Nathan's like an old lady over here with his heating pad.
Stop it. What you were okay? You were trying to freaking smoke me out earlier so that I would give it to you.
I am an old lady though.
You will be this Friday.
Yeah, Saturday.
Are you turning 44?
Not that far away. It's actually really scary.
You know what's weird about that?
What?
I remember whenever my parents were in their 40s.
Yeah, because you know you were at the age where you were remembering things.
Right. Like
Every parent reaches 40 at some point.
true.
Well, I guess that's not true. That's really sad.
Yeah, you didn't need to go there.
No. And sometimes people don't become parents till after their 40s, so
Right. Which is fine.
it is fine.
As a kid, I always felt bad for those kids because like they couldn't like play with their parents.
Yeah, but 40 is like the new 20. You know, people are living longer, healthier lives. We should just start the podcast.
No. Okay.
Can't wait to hear this intro you've been working so hard on.
I'm gonna fart in your face.
Okay.
Don't say okay like you'd be okay with it. Hey, what's up?
Hey,
Wes?
it's Webb. Perfect timing. Webb, did you just hear Nathan? The rudeness that's happening here?
It's not rude if you're gonna follow up on it.
Wait, what?
I don't know. I don't know.
I feel like I'm not in charge of that situation.
All right. Let's actually start this thing. Oh, hold on. Ben just sent me a text. He said, check out the video I sent you on Discord.
Oh, so before we start, we're going to check out the video?
Yeah.
Okay. Webb, obviously you can tell we were too lazy to do our actual setup tonight. So we're just sitting at the desk that I work at during the day. Rudeness, Nathan, never. Are you watching the video?
Yeah, hold on. I'm gonna pull it up on the stream.
Were you making sure it was something that we can watch on the stream?
Yeah, Ben sends me inappropriate videos all the time.
I figured, knowing Ben.
All the time.
Can't just trust what Ben sends you.
I just want to open Discord.
Why
in the
didn't you just
browser.
open the Discord like, oh, never mind. Pretend I didn't say anything.
I could.
That
I
one
could
says
sign.
I am a human instead of I'm not a robot.
Oh, is this gonna? No. Discord. Listen, that's not what I want. That's not
No,
what I want.
it wants you to like completely sign back up.
Discron. Nice. Discord.
I had
Discord.
to change my password
open.
yesterday for work, and I am running out of passwords.
Great. Now it.
Really? Nathan's re-signing up for Discord like it's his first time. I love how your passwords and everything just automatically come up on this computer. If
Yes, the email's already registered because I'm trying to sign in. Sorry.
if things went bad between you and I have access to everything.
You have access to everything.
But things won't ever go bad between us. Not longer than a day or two. So far.
Well, you never know. Is this okay? There we go. From Ben. Let's do this. Wait, what?
Did they rearrange the chairs?
Yeah, why did they do that? Okay, for reference, this where all the chairs are facing, this is normally the left side of the auditorium. All the chairs are normally facing from our left to our right. Like, bop. This is the front of the chairs. This is the front of the church, front of the auditorium.
Oh, yeah.
Which
I see the setup.
Which means that my pastor and his wife just...
That also means the sound booth is in the front.
Well, we can move that. That's easy enough. Yeah. Yeah, you can move anything. We thought about, let's see.
You can move anything. Yes, thank you.
Well, in case we're doubting. We thought the plan was to put the sound booth up here.
Mm-hmm.
Like put some stairs leading up and actually mounting it like up above.
Yeah, that's fun.
It would have been fun. And
then you could put a slide on the other side?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, we were thinking probably like a fireman's pole.
Oh, even better.
That's my niece. She looks high right now. But dang, dude. I'm sure they're just like rearranging it just to see what it would look like. In fact, I know that's what they're doing.
That's how we set up our church, the chairs, that same formation.
But like, so this TV and there's another TV up here because this is normally, where the cross is. That's where Pastor usually sits. She's sitting on a wheelchair. This is my disabled niece.
Not really.
Not really. I don't know where that wheelchair came from. Anyway, so we'd have to move that TV. We'd probably have to get another TV for the center.
Are we going to have to restart our recording? Because
I just started that recording so that we could see our levels.
Oh, our levels look great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dang, this is trippy to me, though. All right, nobody
cares. I mean,
cares.
it's super cool, but we should probably start the podcast.
Yeah. Sorry. Okay. Oh, hey, Ben is in that. So the video is completely unrelated. I forgot it was Yeah, Ben, I'm glad you're cool that we shared that on stream.
Because we totally just did.
I have a problem about that, about asking people before I, record things or asking people before I share things on stream.
Uh-huh.
Is that bad?
Yeah. You should probably get in the habit of asking permission.
But, to what extent do you have to take it? Like, if I'm playing games and I'm streaming, do I have to say, hey, guys, just so you know, I'm streaming? Like, they're not going to say anything bad, and they're not going to do anything differently.
What if they, this is where they're going to, really, they're going to say something that they really don't want recorded? I mean, I think it's just courtesy. You just mention, you don't have to be like, hey, guys, I need to talk to you. I'm recording this right now. But you could be like, hey, by the way, I'm recording. It's just like a heads up, like, hey, don't say anything you don't want other people to hear.
But see, the thing is, people sometimes people act differently whenever they know they're being recorded.
Oh, they'll forget.
Maybe.
And also act differently, and they act the way they would want to act when they're being recorded.
Or act the way they think is appropriate, but not, I don't know. I should let people know I'm streaming. I just don't know about that. It's such a hassle.
Webb hasn't said anything about your clean-shaven face. Oh, look, there's Elvis.
Great.
He hasn't done that for a very long time.
All right.
Okay, let's start.
Let's actually start the podcast.
8:30? We can, now's a great time.
Yep, perfect timing. Perfect timing as usual.
Shall we begin?
Okay, it's happening. Everybody stay calm. What's the procedure?
It's time. Did you just say it's time?
Stay calm!
Please turn the thermostat up to 90 and leave me alone.
I can't feel my fingers anymore. They're numb.
It's been warmer.
Winter is here.
It's been warmer outside.
It took a while for winter to show up, but it's here.
I was beginning to think it wasn't going to show up at all.
I was okay with that.
I was beginning to celebrate. I was beginning to believe. I was beginning to hope and dream once again. But lo, the negative degrees have made themselves known once more.
Yeah, and we're supposed to get snow tomorrow night into Thursday morning.
Hate that. Hate that.
1 to 2 inches, which isn't bad, but the temps, like the wind chills, could be in the negatives, like up to negative 15, which means it's going to be very difficult to remove that snow. So road conditions aren't going to be great on Thursday. Drive safely. If you don't need to be out, don't. Rebecca Crockett, News 98.1, KMBZ.
Thank you so much. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, you have a great week. Record pace. That's incredible. Stay warm, stay comfy, stay real. Guys, I'm joking. Joking. That bit never gets old.
This sounds like that song, California, California, keep it rockin', California. I don't know if that's the actual words, but
Now I gotta look it up. California, keep it rockin'.
it might have a
Wait,
bad word.
the Tupac and Dr. Dre.
Search clean. Oh no, we'll get removed if we play this.
Yeah, we're not gonna play a
Never mind.
lot of it. Hold on, but we are gonna play a little bit of it. This is what Rebecca listens to. Oh, it's a whole music video. All right. A 6-minute video?
You might want to skip past like
What is going on in this?
the movie part of it. I don't know
Yeah,
what's
okay.
going on.
This is a full-blown movie at the start of this.
It's pretty close, right? Right?
I
now
guess.
push the intro and let's see how close that was.
I think you were right. Oh, shoot. All right.
My daughter the other day was listening to an Olivia Rodrigo song, and it started out, and I was like, oh, this is Taylor Swift's New Year's Day. And then it wasn't. It was an Olivia Rodrigo song. And then I was like, no, it's the same beginning. And so we had to go back and forth and listen to it.
Was it the same beginning?
It was like very, very close, kind of like that just happened there, which is why I shared that other example.
Did we talk about this on the podcast or off the podcast that Olivia Rodrigo took a lot of inspiration from Taylor Swift?
We talked about it on the podcast because we were doing like our New Year's resolution the last podcast and talking about like what we completed from last year. And one of them was that I listened to a new artist, and she was one that I listened to.
Gotcha. Yeah. Recycled content. That's what we're all about here. So tell me all about that experience.
Let's talk about New Year's.
Oh, gosh. Do we have to?
Yeah.
All right.
Why wouldn't you want to? It was a great New
It was
Year's.
so long ago, you know.
Guys,
It's
all
time to
I
move
wanted to
on.
do was stay home and binge watch Cobra Kai. The new season is out, and I've been waiting for it for a really long time. I think we're on season 4. I was really into the last few, and I just, I wanted to stay home and watch it. And I was like, I should really make myself go out and be with people because I can I can watch movies anytime. And so I made myself go out, and I hung out with Nathan's family. My husband and I hung out with Nathan's family, and we had like one of the best New Year's ever.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was so great. We played Coop.
Coup.
Coup?
Coup. COUP.
Are you sure?
You're going to make me Google this right now?
Yeah. Okay, so we played a game I haven't played before, and I'm not even going to try to describe it. But the goal is to murder everybody at the table, and you have to be a really good liar to play, and I loved it.
Coup. Coup. Coup.
COUP.
Coup.
Oh,
Coup.
so it's spelled coop, but pronounced coup.
Dude, what? Yes. How? What?
I didn't know that.
What do you mean
I
you don't
would
know
have
that?
forever have said coop.
Oh,
There's a P at the end.
dang.
I
If
thought
only there
coup
was
spelled without a
somebody
P.
that could have explained to you that it wasn't pronounced coop.
Did you explain that to me?
Yes, dude, what? Oh,
Okay, I think, okay, hold on. I remember during the game saying, like, is it coup or is it coop? And then you said coup, and I thought, oh, so, like, when you kill somebody, that's a coup, but the game is called coop. So, like, as a group, we're a coop, but when you kill somebody, that's a coup? That's what I reasoned in my brain.
What about a minute ago in the podcast, whenever you said we played a game and I said coup and you said coop and I said coup.
I know,
and you
but I
said
was
coop.
still expecting a different spelling when you looked it up. Like when you
saw the name
when
of the
you
game.
found the word, because it had a P at the end, and I was confident that was coop. And so I thought, a coop is the name of the game. Coup is when you actually kill
Rebecca,
somebody.
I gotta ask you a question.
Yeah. Yeah.
Was it your father that was in the military?
No.
Do you have anybody in your life who's in the
Hold
military?
on. Yes. My stepdad.
Okay.
He was in Vietnam,
Vietnam. What branch?
the army.
Okay. Well, that's only a 4-letter word. Doesn't make sense. Okay. The Marines.
Mhm.
You know how it's the Marine Corps?
Forever called it the Corp. Forever called it the Corp. I didn't know. Listen, I'm smart in a lot of things, but there's some things that you would think is general knowledge that I'm not smart in. And one of those is pronunciations.
That's fine. That's fine. I will be honest with you. For a while, I thought it was Corp as well. And then I turned 11, and I learned that that's not. I had a little G.I. Joe.
Uh-huh.
He had a cowboy hat. He was like a Walker Texas Ranger looking dude.
Uh-huh.
And he had Corps written on his shirt, on like his pocket.
Uh-huh.
And I always called it Corp, and I could never figure out why on earth he would have Corp on his.
Because he's a
name tag.
corporate. He's a corporate guy.
I don't know. I was just like, yeah, he's part of the Corp, the Marine Corp, the Corp. That feels weird. So, maybe that's why I remember that from school, because I had that connection.
And I didn't have the army guy to teach me the lesson.
The Marine guy.
The Marine guy to teach me
Oh
the
my
lesson.
Different flavor of crayons. Anyway.
Anyway,
I'm glad we
had
could
a great
establish
New
that.
Year's.
Playing.
I had a great
Cool.
New Year's. I don't know if you did. I did.
I did. I feel bad. I don't know if you noticed or not, but at the start of the evening, I was like, I was short-tempered.
I didn't notice that.
You didn't notice?
No.
I was. So we were playing this game Coup, and essentially everybody has 2 lives,
Yeah.
and you can eventually kill people, right? And the last person alive
Everybody.
is the person that wins. Well, my dad was sitting in for my brother-in-law.
Oh, wait. Were you legit mad when he killed you right off the bat?
Right off the bat. After I had just finished explaining the game to everybody. I'm the reason this is all happening. I mean, my brother-in-law brought in the game, but I explained it. I taught everybody how to play. I taught my father how to kill. And then he turns on me and immediately not just like takes one of my cards. Okay,
Taught
sure,
your
fine.
father how to kill, and now he turns and kills you.
Like, dude, how could you do that? He doesn't watch enough movies, man. Or maybe too many. But like, so I'm like, all right, sure. You know what? You can kill somebody because they have 2 lives. You can take one of their lives as like a meme, as like a, yeah, that was funny. Sure, by all means, do that. But don't like eliminate me from the game. It just started. Now I have to sit here and watch everybody in a game that can take up to like 20 or 30 minutes.
No, I took that as the standard of the game now. All right, so just knock everybody out as fast as you can.
I was legitimately upset about that.
I apparently am so bad at reading you that I was like, you were up and out so fast. Like your dad killed you and you jumped up and went to the kitchen like immediately. And you got yourself some chips and cheese. And I was like, wow, Nathan must have been waiting all night to get the chips and cheese. He was really excited to get that.
I wanted to get out of that room. I was so upset that I was like, I got to get out of this room. I cannot. We were sitting across the table from each other, too, which made it worse because for me to sit there for 30 minutes staring face to face with the man who just murdered me twice. After I made him what he is. It just, you know, and so I got up and I got some chips and everything, and I didn't come back for quite a while.
Until it was time to play another round.
Yeah. Yeah. I was like, nope. And I'll tell you what, though. Later, whenever my dad came back into the game, oh, this would have been so good. We had another spot open. Somebody had left. We had another spot in the game open. So I went and I found my dad. I was like, hey, we're playing and we could use another person if you want to play. So he's like, yeah, sure. He hops up and he comes in. Rebecca, I had the opportunity to immediately eliminate him from the game. I could have been like, hey, Dad, come and play. Come and play. We want your company. Come and play. And then immediately put 2 bullets in that man. And I didn't.
I'm actually disappointed you didn't turn around and kill him like he killed you.
I thought it would be petty, and I thought, okay. I was really kind of upset whenever both of my lives got eliminated at the start of the game. Not because it's like, dude, now I can't win, but it's like, dude, now I can't play just at all. And I didn't want to put somebody else through that.
I mean, it wasn't that you couldn't play because there was like several new players. You could have like assisted us in helping us figure out how to play the game.
That's
a little
not how
bit
the
better.
game works.
Yeah.
It's trial by fire.
So anyway, guys.
Or murder if you're my dad.
Coup or Coop, whichever,
Well, it's
it's a really fun game that you need to play with, you know, several people, max 6, I think.
6 or 7, yeah.
You should definitely give it a try. I will admit the instructions in the beginning seemed really complicated, and I thought there's no way I'm going to figure this out. And within minutes, I was figuring it out.
She was murdering people left and right.
I was murdering people.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's a good game. Stamp of approval.
Also, I didn't really know your brother-in-law, Matt, that well.
Yeah.
And I felt like we really bonded during that game. And when I say like I really bonded with somebody, it was like I was really mean to them because I felt confident enough in our friendship that I could be mean to them. And I was like, man, Matt and I really bonded. Like he just went all out and killed me. And I was like, I will murder you. And I did.
You know, it never occurred to me that you and Matt would become good friends, but it makes sense because mine and Matt's relationship is primarily based on being mean to each other.
Your other brother just said it's a lot easier to bond with Matt when you're murdering people.
It's true. It's kind of his thing. He killed a guy in real life. Did you know that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was telling me about that.
Yeah, it's crazy that he got away with it.
Especially since he's told so many people.
Well, he's only told family and
now
you.
everybody.
Yeah, well, and now people on the podcast know. But yeah, no, me and Matt, we go way back, and our friendship has been primarily based upon being mean to each other. So it makes sense that you would bond with Matt as well because our friendship
is built on being mean to each other.
A lot of it.
Yeah.
We got both spectrums going, but like pretty.
Every once in a while, rare occasions, we're nice to each other. Like it slips through.
Yeah.
And then the rest of the time, we were just very hateful.
Yeah.
And mean.
For the most part. Whenever we get off the air, usually it's pretty much just a roast fest because we have to put on such a show. You know, like we're friends. Honestly, it's a little painful some days.
So anyway, we're speaking of New Year's and making changes going into the New Year's. We really didn't make any resolutions
No.
Do you make any resolutions for this next year besides?
So that's what you forced me to?
I didn't make you make a resolution, but like anything that you were like, I'm going to lose weight or.
No, dude. I'm back down to like 132 right now.
You're just maintaining.
My New Year's resolution is gonna be hit 140 again.
I was thinking I might make a drastic change in my eating habits this year, and KFC might play a big role in that.
One moment.
That's called a transition if you never seen what.
So Kentucky Fried Chicken is now adding
Chicken is one of
plant-based chicken to their menu. They kind of did a trial of this a year ago. It was only in a couple states that they had this chicken and went well. They did make a couple tweaks because they had it like a boneless wing, and then they decided that people wanted it more like a chicken nugget with like a dipping sauce.
Yeah.
So, not just like a chicken nugget, it's a chicken nugget.
Hold on.
But it's plant-based nugget.
They went from a boneless wing to a chicken nugget.
Yeah. So
What is a boneless wing but a chicken nugget?
So they went from lumpy plant-based chicken to smooth nugget.
To Dino Nugs?
Basically.
I'm going to be honest. And granted, I did not see the
boneless wing?
The boneless wing version.
Mm-hmm.
Whenever I look at a chicken nugget, I do not think that looks really good.
Really?
No, I think that about boneless wings.
See, I'm a chicken nugget person. If I was going to eat chicken again, it would be, chicken nuggets.
You mean you're going to look at like some chicken nuggies, some Dino Nugs, and you're going to be like, yeah, I could go for that.
Over a boneless wing?
Over a boneless wing?
Yeah.
Why?
For sure. I loved McDonald's chicken nuggets and like that little crispy shell on the outside. Like I loved their chicken nuggets. Here's the advantage with having plant-based chicken nuggets at KFC. No veins. KFC always has the vein that snaps when you bite in to their chicken.
Yeah, but not chicken nuggets. Chicken nuggets don't have...
Did they have chicken nuggets before?
No.
But now they do. And so now you can have the KFC recipe in a plant-based nugget. And people are saying, like, this is even better than, like, their meat options. Like, this is a big hit. Starts at just $6.99 for 6 pieces.
That's a lot.
Well, when you live in my world and all of your food costs a lot, that's normal.
I
remember my hamburger, it's like $10.
I come from a $10 50 piece kind of world.
Mm-hmm.
So, and a $7 6-piece is a little absurd.
Have you been eating at Chick-fil-A? Because that's the average.
No. The last time I ordered chicken nuggets, that wasn't from Chick-fil-A, admittedly.
Also, Chick-fil-A chicken nuggets. Am I right?
How would you know?
Because before I was a vegetarian, I ate those.
Oh, yes, they are very good. Chick-fil-A's got the sauce down. I'll be honest.
We've got some in our fridge upstairs.
They've got the sauce down.
We have like
I'm not. Listen, no. I'm not talking about Chick-fil-A sauce. All right. Here's the thing. Special sauces are overrated. Chick-fil-A, Red Robin, Freddy's. The Whopper sauce is pretty good. Or not the Whopper. Big Mac sauce is pretty good. But like these special sauces, they're overrated. What are they but ketchup and mayo? I mean, in the grand scheme of things. There's so many better sauces available. Anywhere that there's chicken nuggets, there's typically better sauces available than whatever is like the brownish orange looking sauce.
Yeah, I don't know because I don't eat sauces. But Webb says, I'm partial to chicken-based chicken. Call me old-fashioned.
They'll do that. Chickens are carnivores. Chickens will eat each other. You ever see?
Is that Ben? Is Commander Bar?
Yeah.
Commando Bar. Okay. Ben says like buffalo sauce.
Buffalo sauce is good. I'll do you one better. Buffalo plus ranch sauce. You dip it in the ranch first because it's thicker. Then you dip it in the buffalo sauce. If you go buffalo and then ranch, the buffalo sauce will kind of fall off in the ranch because the ranch will tack onto it a little bit more. So you got to go ranch and then the buffalo sauce and then your mouth. And it's delectable.
Okay, so anyway, I was thinking about making a change this year with my diet because my food's really expensive and it's super complicated. And I was thinking maybe I go back to eating meat. Like maybe I'll Google like how do you go back to eating meat again? I assume I'll have to do like white meat and slowly introduce it to my diet because my intestines aren't ready to digest that meat, you know? Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm just listening.
Okay.
I was reading chat.
Okay.
Ben says Chick-fil-A is like $8 for a 12-piece. So your info is a little dated. Just saying.
Well, I mean,
KFC has always been overpriced though. Overpriced, under-delivered.
and
Especially-
plant-based stuff is always more expensive just because they know they can, not
Yeah.
because it is actually more expensive.
Which doesn't make sense, by the way. There's way more plants than there are chickens, right?
Right. You would think a plant is cheaper than a chicken.
Yeah, way easier to raise. Well,
So they're just, yeah.
it's pretty easy to anticipate
So
when a chicken's
anyway,
going to die.
I was
whereas
thinking,
a
like,
plant can
okay.
kind of surprise you overnight.
Maybe I start reintroducing meat to my diet. Open up some more options,
Okay.
get some more protein in my life. And then I was thinking like I don't want to be gluten-free anymore. Now, I understand that's a problem because I have celiacs, and so I can't just be like, "Oh, I'm not gluten-free anymore," and I can just go eat a chocolate chip cookie. But I remember on The Princess Bride when Wesley was saying that he built up a tolerance to iocane powder
Yeah.
by slowly introducing it until he,
Right.
built up a resistance to it. So I thought 2022, maybe I treat gluten like iocane powder and I just slowly start giving myself little bits of it. And pretty soon I'm able to digest it again. And is that a good idea?
Yeah. How about this? How about every Tuesday before we record our podcast, you introduce a little bit of gluten into your diet? And then
You
our
sure you
podcast,
want me to do it before the podcast?
Listen,
Okay.
then our podcast will become kind of like a it'll track your progress.
I was going to say like a 1990s youth ministry where all the kids are puking.
That too.
Yeah.
That too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'd be down for that. How about this instead? It's 2022. Just get a new intestine.
It's a good
There's
idea too.
plenty of dead people with
You
perfectly
know,
good intestines. Just
what
get a new
I really just want is a McDonald's cheeseburger, like with the bun and the thin patty. It's probably not even real meat, and the ketchup. Why is McDonald's ketchup different? Like, sometimes I just smell it randomly during the day, and I really want it.
You know what's weird about that? I have asked you multiple times why you don't eat meat. And you're like, because I don't like the taste. But then you will eat impossible meat and you crave real meat.
I don't know that I've ever said I don't like
You
the taste.
100% have. I promise you. You've said,
I
just
don't like
go
the
out
way it
test.
feels in my intestines.
I understand that that's the actual reason.
And now, like, seeing the blood and stuff grosses me out. So, like, I'm not talking about steak or anything. I'm talking about, like, I don't know if soft meats is the right word, but, like, I'm not going to go in, like, real hard with my meats. I'm just going to like, chicken nuggets and McDonald's hamburgers, and that's it. Like, I'm just going to be a casual meat eater.
You've seen the pink goop that chicken nuggets are made from?
Yeah.
Why do chicken nuggets still like why whenever you think of meat are chicken nuggets still like the pinnacle of taste good and they're not disgusting at all to you?
I don't know.
Is it
They
because you
just
have some
tasted
sort
good.
of?
I have good memories of eating those.
So you have like a cognitive attachment to them?
Don't we have like a cognitive attachment to everything?
Not me, no. No, you might be right. You might be right there. I do think that it's weird. What about like would you consider eating other meats that maybe you don't have a cognitive attachment to, but because you've never tried it? Something like a snail or like alligator?
No, I'm going to go ahead and just let you know right now that I am a really picky eater even when I don't have dietary restrictions.
Really? I couldn't tell.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I was talking about that with somebody the other day.
You were talking about that I'm a picky eater?
No, I was talking about your kids.
Oh.
And how weird their diets are. Zach's this is what Zach gets from Chipotle. He gets steak and cheese
And rice.
and white rice.
Uh-huh. And then he pours green sauce on it and eats it with chips.
My man spends $7.50 on a vehicle of green Tabasco sauce. Why not just get the chips and call it a day? Speaking as somebody who obsessively puts hot sauce on things to the point where I like start dreading any sort of food that I cook because I know I'm just gonna drown
Smother
it with
in
hot sauce. Yeah. It comes to a point where it's like, why add more whenever I'm just gonna taint all the flavors with this? You ever think about that whenever you're buying your son Chipotle?
No. Nope.
Like, why does he
Not
get
at all.
steak? Why does he get steak whenever he could just get chicken and save the 50 cents?
Because he likes the steak.
Okay. But he doesn't because he's drowning it with green Tabasco sauce.
Okay, KFC calls the people who would be interested in these plant-based chicken nuggets flexitarians. And so I think I have a new title. I'm going to become a flexitarian. I honestly don't think I could do it. Like, I think I have, like, mentally, like, there's a block there. Like, I don't think I could even get past it to eat meat. Unless, like, I was, like, desperate and living in the wild again. Oh, my gosh. Okay. No, we're going to transition.
Oh?
I watched that show 1883, which is, like, a prequel to Yellowstone.
What's Yellowstone?
Okay, so that's lots of seasons in that one. I think the finale, like, on TV just ended, maybe. I don't know. Paramount Plus. So
How old? You know what? I'll ask after this.
1883 is like, I could be wrong, but I think it's like the Oregon Trail. And this family who's played by Faith Hill and Tim McGraw, the mom and dad, they're making their way with this crew, and Tim McGraw plays this guy that's like real bad apple. Like he served in the war, like he was like a general or something, and he knows what he's doing. Like he can shoot a gun real well.
Tim McGraw's persona.
Sure.
It's who Tim McGraw pretends to be.
No.
I mean, he technically does,
Okay.
but
I really like Tim McGraw. I bet he would be this way if he was, in the Wild West again. Anyway, so far there's only been 3 episodes. I am so into this show, and like the new season was supposed to come out the new episode was supposed to come out on the 2nd, and it didn't. Like they straight up ghosted us, and we're like, we didn't say that. And so now it's like we have to wait till next weekend for it to come out. Anyway, you get a real great picture of what it was like growing up in the West, like having to like travel in covered wagon and stuff. And I've decided that I am not strong enough to live that lifestyle. And had I been born into that time period, I would have died at birth. Like I wouldn't have made it.
I think you legitimately...
I wouldn't have survived.
Well, do you think you wouldn't have survived, or do you think you wouldn't have developed celiacs? Because it'd be a different diet and stuff.
Yeah.
Lifestyle.
I think I ended up with celiacs because it was when I became a vegetarian and I wasn't eating enough protein and I was eating too many carbs. and I overloaded my system on carbs.
Have you ever thought about going backwards?
See, that's what I was thinking with like the iocane powder, of like slowly reintroducing it to my diet.
I'm not talking about going backwards with the gluten thing. I'm talking about going backwards with the vegetarian thing.
Didn't we just have that discussion of me slowly reintroducing meat?
Yeah, and you're like, I
just don't know if I could do it. And then
talking
I thought
about a change
like
of life here.
1883, and like, you know, they had to live off the land, and
But you grew up with like your mother butchering chickens in front of you and stuff,
and my
right?
dad was a hunter.
Yeah. Listen,
But that's part of what ruined me, because I love animals so much that watching them continually murdering my pets in front of me was traumatic. And
you would have
then
been
I was like, I can't eat it anymore.
You'd have been the annoying little girl in like every horse movie ever. That like all the veterinarians are like, this horse is miserable and we need to put it out of its misery. And the little girl's like, no, please stop. Stop. That would have been you.
Also, Sam Elliott is on 1880. Yes, he is. And Sam Elliott's mustache needs its own name.
He's still alive?
When Sam Elliott dies, his mustache needs to be preserved and framed. Ben, your dad still is a hunter. Don't stand between that man and sheetrock wall. What?
Whenever your stepdad...
when he shot the wall.
Yeah.
I almost forgot about that for a second.
Those instincts never leave.
Yeah. Yep. Accidentally fired his gun in the house.
I don't know if I would survive back then either. I grew up on a farm, but I hate it.
Mm-hmm.
And I am also like kind of not built the biggest. I know if you're only a podcast listener, you won't like really expect this, but I'm not a big guy at all. I know my voice sounds very manly. I know it sounds very Western even. You would probably think this guy has a few horses. This guy has probably wrangled a few steer in his life. And the fact of the matter is I've raised them, you know. I've lived off the land. I grew up on a farm. I've milked a goat or two, but I'm not big. I'm not built big, and I'm not real big on the lifestyle.
I think that will be real shocking to everybody listening.
Yeah, I'm just not about it, you know. So I've questioned that same thing of whether or not I would survive the wild, wild west.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, I don't think I would, but really, if Will Smith can, I think I could probably do it.
Okay. Well, no.
I would. You know what? I would be. Shoot, who's that actor that's been in a lot of old country movies? I know that doesn't narrow it down at all. He's got a real deep voice, and he died like 5 years ago.
Still no.
Frick. He wasn't on Bonanza, if that narrows it down. He was on so many, and they were all about him.
Clint Eastwood is still alive.
Not Clint Eastwood. He was like the counterpart to Clint Eastwood.
Also, Clint Eastwood.
Oh, this is going to drive me insane. I can't remember.
He just did that movie, Cry Macho, this last year.
Yeah, I heard it wasn't great.
I didn't love it. Also, I know he's old. But like, it looked painful. Like watching him try to do all this stuff. Like, oh, I was so excited for him. Like, you go and do it. But I was like, man, we're really seeing the decline right now.
Is it John Wayne?
I don't know.
Am
I
I
don't know
thinking
what
of
you're
John?
trying to say.
Anyway, I would die in a John Wayne movie, is all I'm saying. That's the kind of build I am.
Clint Eastwood is one of those people that you're like...
It is John Wayne.
I'm surprised he died way long ago.
Hold on, he died in 1979? No, that's his parents. Okay, he died in 1977? No, wait. When did he die? He died in 1979? Wait, what?
Maybe you were thinking of somebody else.
His name is Marion Robert Morrison. No wonder he went by John Wayne. What a friggin' nerd.
Okay.
He was 6'4". Gosh dang, what a man. 1979. I thought for sure he died like 5 years ago. It is what it is. Anyway, I would die in one of his movies.
Okay. Clint Eastwood. He's one of those people that you would have already thought was dead, but he's hanging in there. How old's Clint Eastwood? Look him up.
I bet he's not as old as he looks.
I don't know. I think he's in his 90s.
91.
91 years old. So then we have Betty White, who is just shy of her 100th birthday, dies at the last minute, 2021, like eats Betty White. 2021 was so horrible, it couldn't even let Betty White make it to her 100th birthday. But then earlier you and I were talking, and I don't think it was 2021 that murdered Betty White. I think we have another suspect.
Rebecca, I showed you this clip beforehand, and I'll play it for the podcast so people know what we're talking about. This clip that you're about to hear was recorded around the time, sometime before December 26th. I don't have the exact date on it, but it was recorded during sometime before December 26th. Let me see if I can pull up a video. 10 days ago. When was 10 days ago? That's 7. Okay, so it was recorded on December 26th. Okay, that's fair. December 26th, regardless. That's the date that we're looking at here. All right, and here's the clip.
Betty White is 100 and I'd still smash. Betty White dies this year. Mark my words.
This is a Twitch streamer.
Mark my words. Betty White dies before this year ends. Betty White dies December 31st, 2021.
That's nuts.
I think he's the murderer.
You think he's the murderer? He certainly looks like he could be.
Well, because if you were going to murder somebody, but like you hadn't been like on the whole murder scene, you know, so you needed to like, your first murder needed to be kind of like an easy one to get out of. Wouldn't you kill somebody that was so old that when the guys came in to take her away, when the Undertakers came in, they're like, I don't think the Undertakers come in to get you, but they'd be like, well, obviously she died of natural causes. She was 99. Mm-hmm. But Betty White is like way stronger than Clint Eastwood.
Debatable.
Betty White was like so spunky and full of energy.
Yeah, because she never put herself in the face of danger like Clint Eastwood did.
Okay, well, Clint Eastwood in his last movie, Cry Macho, he rode a horse, yes. I think that was a great feat to do at 91 years old. But the rest of the movie, he moved very slowly.
Well, yeah, he's 91. I don't think Betty White was moving fast.
She would have moved faster than Clint Eastwood.
I don't know if she would.
I bet she would have rocked a horse better than Clint Eastwood.
I tell you what, who's moving faster now?
I think we should find out.
Clint Eastwood's moving faster now.
That's true.
Betty White looks so dang slow.
Wrong.
She looks ridiculous right now in comparison to Clint Eastwood.
Oh my gosh. Ben says Ken Curtis from Gunsmoke died in 1991.
Rip in peace, Ken Curtis.
I don't know who Ken Curtis is.
You're looking at a picture of him.
Okay.
Don't know who it is either. Gunsmoke, though. My dad was really a fan of Gunsmoke.
Do you know that my husband, John Wesley, was named after a ruthless killer from the West?
John Wesley?
Mm-hmm.
What? No, I guess I didn't. Who?
It was his dad was reading about him in his Western novels and liked the name, and they named him John Wesley. Also, it's a family name, but you know, he was like ruthless gunslinger from the West. John Wesley, also from Kansas. I saw his tombstone once.
I'm just gonna say, I'm pretty certain that for the most part, all of the last 10 years of Betty White's on-scene occurrences, she's been like sitting down.
I don't know. Did you see her Saturday Night Live show?
No.
She was standing up a lot in that, at least for the beginning.
Standing still?
I don't know. She seemed very lively and healthy.
Well, unlike right now.
I was actually shocked when I heard that she died, and I was like, but she seemed so healthy, and she's 99.
99. I mean, she did look fine considering she was 99. And I mean fine as in like okay, not she looks okay.
She looks okay
She
for
looked,
99.
Okay.
Betty
for 99.
White was freaking rocking 99. Like, if I live to 99, I hope that I maintain as well as Betty White.
I don't want to live to 99.
Well, if I'm as healthy as Betty White, I want to.
Not worth. Dude, Betty White lived long enough to see World War II and furries become a thing.
Mm-hmm.
How she lived through both of those things.
Think about all the knowledge and wisdom that she held.
And she clearly didn't share it with the world because now we have furries.
Okay. One of my favorite movies, all-time favorite movies, is Age of Adeline. Adeline lives to like 100. Well, okay, she's like 110 when the movie ends. But in her late 20s, she gets struck by lightning after a car accident, and she's in the water, and it causes her to stop aging. Also, played by my favorite.
I was going to say, do you like this because of the story or because of...
Blake Lively. I love her. Anyway, she stops aging, and so she just keeps, like, gaining more knowledge and living more life and meeting more people, and she speaks all these different languages, and she learns how to read Braille, and, like, she just continued to, like, educate herself. So she's this woman that looks like she's 20-something years old, but, like, she has this incredible knowledge and maturity about her. Like, she would be, like, a total win for anybody to, like, encounter, to be friends with, to be in a relationship, to even know her. And think Betty White was, like, almost as old as Adeline was. Betty White had the ability to gain as much knowledge as Adeline did. Adeline was also really rich because in her early 20s, she invested in Xerox before it was, like, big. And so she, like, was able to live off of her shares for a very long time.
Honestly, the biggest shame about Betty White. She should have been richer.
We don't know how rich she was.
Not rich enough. Riddle me this.
Yeah.
Elon Musk.
Yeah.
A lot younger than Betty White.
Uh-huh.
How is he so much richer than Betty White? Betty White, if you ask me in retrospect, was kind of dumb.
Okay.
Not nearly as smart as Elon Musk.
No. I think it's technology. And
she probably didn't even watch Rick and Morty. She probably wouldn't understand it.
You also have to consider inflation.
What about inflation?
Well, think about Betty White's early money earnings when she was at her prime earning time.
Well, she clearly didn't invest any of that. So whatever profit she made off inflation, it wasn't enough. Or not profit, I guess. She would have made a profit. $7 20 years ago, or 50 years ago.
You're only going back 20 years.
I've only been alive for 25 years.
Jeez, that's crazy.
PayPal helped Elon Musk. That was his first big business. That's fair. I just think Betty White could have done better. All right. This is why I wasn't invited to her funeral. Because I would have been like, you know what? Betty White lived a long time. And in the grand scheme of things, not that rich.
What's really sad is they were planning her party. Like, it had been, like, all over in the media, like, that she was going to, there's, like, this big 100th birthday celebration and the world is invited. And then she dips right before a party, which sounds like something you would do. Like, you'd be, like, almost 100, and we'd be like, Nathan's birthday party.
Getting excited.
Everybody come. It's going to be amazing. And instead of showing up, you die.
Dang, now I want to do that. That's kind of the dream.
Really, like, you want to, like, plan your death to happen to get you out of something. Like, you don't want to die, like, on a weekend when you're not doing anything. You want to die, like, right before you have to go to work on Monday or something like that. Like, you want to plan your death right before something big that you were like, man, there's no way I can get out of this, but I really wish I could, then you just die right beforehand.
Yeah.
I mean, you really don't have much control over that, but
I could.
yeah, so no. Anyway.
How old will Rebecca be at Nathan's 100th birthday? 200.
How old will I be at your 100th birthday?
130.
How-
No, wait,
how-
you'll be 116.
However old I was when I died.
You'll be like, you'll be 116, I believe. There's 16 years between us, right?
Something like that.
You're old enough to be my mom.
Well.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it would have been scandalous, but.
Dude, I don't know. You know, I realized today actually, and I have been like, I've been church most of my life, all of my life, in fact. I didn't realize Mary was so young whenever she got pregnant with Jesus.
I thought you were talking about your sister for a second, and then you said with Jesus, and I was like, that's not your sister you're talking about. Yeah, she was like 14.
She was like 16 at the max. So.
But everybody got married early then. I think she was actually probably late for getting married then because most were married by 13.
Right. I'm just.
Because you didn't live very long then.
You didn't live very long. I just didn't think about that. And the fact now that you think the odds of you, giving birth to me at 16 would be so slim.
It would be.
I don't think it's happened.
I mean, does it happen?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
But that's not an ideal situation, and it's not likely.
Think about how different your life would be if you were my mom.
We probably wouldn't be hosting a podcast together.
Oh, it'd be so good.
Uh-huh. A mother-son podcast.
That would be a little weird.
It would be.
But people would probably like it. They'd be like, wow, this mother and son, they have such a good relationship. How did she do it? People would be flocking to you for advice, for parental advice.
Uh-huh. Well, they should be because my actual son and I are really close.
It's true, but do you have a podcast?
No. But we do relationship check-ins with him on Tuesdays sometimes. Yeah. Not tonight.
I will say I'm impressed by your relationship with your kids. I've said that before, though.
Thanks.
I'm impressed.
I'm thankful that they don't hate me.
Yeah, but if they did, we'd have one more thing in common.
Your kids hate you?
No. I'd have one more thing in common with your kids.
Oh. You're funny.
Thank you. Anyway, in other news.
Nathan shaved his face to look like Jude Law. Guys who are not on the live stream, you need to know that I am sitting next to a Jude Law lookalike here. Like, I didn't know Jude Law was hiding underneath.
He's been here the whole time.
All of that facial hair that's been there like almost our entire friendship, and you show up today like almost completely clean shaven except for your Jude Law mustache lookalike. You have a hat on, you haven't taken it off, but I'm pretty sure you have a haircut too. Like, what happened to you?
What happened to me?
When did this happen? Why did this happen? Why do you look so much like Jude Law, and where has this been all this time? If you had the ability to look like Jude Law before, why didn't you do it? You knew what was under there.
That's a valid question. And really, the truth of the matter is, Rebecca, is that I've known this is here. But good things come to those who wait. And this is the good thing, and you're the person that waited. And this is your reward, is me looking like Jude Law.
Like, I thought I had a complete uggo as a co-host, and then I walk into the studio today and realize I've been co-hosting with Jude Law this entire time.
Trying to put this picture on stream, and it is just not working.
Okay,
but
Ben
there's
says, I'm sad that he skipped over
Starburns.
Starburns?
Starburns. I don't know what Starburns is, but I'm glad I skipped over it. Because let's be
What
really.
was that supposed to say sideburns, though?
Oh, maybe sideburns. I did tell the person.
Sorry, it's kind of a transparent picture that you just put over the top. And so Jude Law is wearing your glasses right now, and I'm sorry, I can't stop laughing if you're going to do that.
It's the same person.
Oh my gosh, if you're not on the live stream, you're totally missing it.
It's the same person. I am Jude Law. Oh, now I'm sad you missed the community reference. I understand now.
Oh my gosh. So Nathan has just put like a Jude Law overlay over his face. The mustaches like match up perfectly, but now Jude Law has on Nathan's glasses. And then Nathan is talking for Jude Law, and it could not be.
Hello, I am Jude Law.
It's not his voice. If you just talked in your normal voice, it would be closer than whatever you're doing right now.
You may know me from movies such as
The Holiday.
The Holiday and
I can't think of anything else.
the movie with Robert Downey Jr. where I solve crimes with him and I have a cane. Sherlock Holmes.
Yes.
Also, I think that I am in Captain Marvel.
Oh my gosh.
Anyway, the point of the story is I look like Jude Law.
What's your hair look like?
Oh, you haven't seen I've been wearing a hat this whole time.
This whole time.
It's very short.
It is very short.
It's very short right now.
Uh-huh.
I got a haircut, and admittedly my sister-in-law went a little crazy.
I don't not like it.
Same.
This
Same.
is like a new you. I
Oh.
think I'm going to be disappointed when you're all hairy again.
Ew.
Why?
I won't.
Okay.
Lonesome Lemmy said they shave their beard as well. It's a New Year thing. Yeah, new year, new me. You know, it is what it is. No,
Brand new in 2022.
Here we go. I also Happy New Year, Lenny. I had been planning on shaving my beard for a while.
Ever since we started talking about Jude Law and you saw his awesome mustache and you were like, yep, that's
Rebecca,
what I'm doing.
I'm going to tell you what. I was thinking about it before that. I brought that up to plant the seed into your brain. And you know what? I sent Rebecca a picture of Jude Law with a mustache New Year's Eve night.
It was New Year's Day. It was like 2 a.m.
Okay, yeah, it was like 2 a.m. I had just finished shaving, and I didn't say a word. I just sent you that picture.
Uh-huh.
And I wasn't, if you asked any questions, I was just going to pretend like I hadn't sent it at all.
Mm-hmm.
But that was like me planting the seed.
And I asked 0 questions, but you want to know who did ask a question?
Your husband?
Yeah. Why did Nathan send you a picture of Jude Law?
Why not?
I mean, I didn't mind that was the first thing I saw in the new year.
You can now say that you started 2022
with Jude Law.
Looking in Jude Law's green eyes. Lenny said, wait till you get my age, your hair starts falling off your ears and starts growing out, or falling off your head and starts growing out of your ears. There's a reason I'm wearing headphones right now.
Nathan has a lobe ear hair issue.
An ear lobe, yeah.
Yeah. I said that backwards.
Lobe ear, yeah, you did.
Lobe ear hair issue.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you need to shave your lobes again? It's been a while.
I'm going to be honest with you. Whenever I was shaving my beard, the thought crossed my mind. Like, it's not that far. You go to sideburns, you go to the earlobe. It's not that far of a distance. But then I thought, if I do this, then I have to say I've shaved my earlobes, which I have in the past. So it wouldn't be the end of the world.
You're not making that big of a leap.
Right.
Was it the rebellion thing of like, no, I'm not going to give Rebecca the satisfaction of shaving my earlobes?
Yeah. Yeah.
Tonight, my daughter was pretty upset that we were making tacos. It's not her favorite meal. And she kind of threw a fit about it. said she wasn't eating that.
Dude, having a 9-year-old is tough.
Right. So anyway, my 17-year-old went back to play video games. And then we're all sitting down eating. And she wanders out. And I see her going over to where the food is to start to grab something to eat. And I'm thinking, okay, good. She's hungry enough that she's going to eat it. And then my husband has to go and say, thank you for eating.
Oh, no.
Like, you knew right away that was wrong, right? You knew not to say that.
That's a...
And she said, nope, you ruined it. I'm not eating.
I would have done the same.
Is this the Starburns?
Yeah, there's a picture of the Starburns, so now you know.
Those of you listening and not watching.
I wish I had gone with this Starburns.
Who is this dude that has star-shaped sideburns on the side of his face?
A fellow from the show Community.
Okay, please don't do that.
Okay. I won't this time. Maybe next time, though. Ben also trimmed his beard last night. We were talking about that on Sunday.
So he's following in his little brother's footsteps.
I inspire people. What can I say?
Yeah.
I inspire people. You know, I was put on this planet for a reason, and if that reason is to inspire others, to shave their beard, it'll be fine. I am realizing, though, every time I shave my beard, which has been twice in the last, 5 years, I'm reminded of the reason I had the beard in the first place. One of the reasons being, I have acne as a 25-year-old man, and most of that acne resides where the beard resides.
Oh, so you can hide it with the beard.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
So whenever I get rid of my beard, I expose myself. So now I'm suddenly conscious, self-conscious about my acne again.
Well, your skin looks pretty clear right now.
If you get closer, it doesn't. But don't get closer.
Okay, well, I'm a almost 42-year-old with acne.
You're not giving me any hope right now.
But you know what the good thing is about that?
Makeup.
No, it probably means that you have oilier skin, which means you're going to age a lot slower.
Is that what that means?
Yeah.
Really?
Really?
I've never heard that before.
Yeah.
The more oily your skin?
Yeah. So, I mean, think about my husband, Jay West.
Okay.
He's very pale complected. He does not have oily skin. He actually has really dry skin that comes with being pale complected. And he ages faster. He has significantly more wrinkles on his face. Also, oily skin runs in my family, and most of my family does not have wrinkles. Like my mother barely has wrinkles on her face. And she's 70-something.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
This is the first I've ever heard of this.
I mean, I have a wrinkle in between my eyebrows.
Oh, it's so obvious. I
have a
notice it
frown.
every time, yeah. Yeah, it's because you frown a lot.
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't actually ever notice that. Is that a wrinkle, technically speaking? That just
Yeah,
looks normal.
you
Like,
don't
that's not
have
like an
it.
age wrinkle.
You don't have it. Only when you do. Only when you scowl. Mine's just there all the time.
I scowl a lot, though.
I know you're going to have one of those.
Can you tell I'm frowning?
Yeah. Scowling.
Scowling.
Not
What's the difference?
frowning.
What's the difference between scowling and frowning?
Scowling is with your forehead. Frowning is with your mouth. Yeah.
I've never frowned in my life, I
That
guess.
is great radio right there.
Yeah, dude. This podcast has been it's been a little interesting. I'll be honest with you. Anyway, we talked about two of our topics.
We talked about
One of our topics.
The chicken nuggets.
Chicken nuggets. Nailed it.
That was
You
it.
know what? We talked about Betty White, and that was one of our topics.
Okay, it was.
Yep, that was a good one.
Mhm.
Anyway, what are you gonna do this year to keep your New Year's resolution?
Okay. I was talking with like a fitness instructor about like how to keep your New Year's resolutions.
Mm-hmm.
And one thing she was saying was have an accountability partner. Somebody that like you're doing this together. That way you're doing this for somebody else. They're doing
Sure.
it for somebody else.
They can also keep you accountable.
They can also keep you accountable. Also, every day is a new day. So if you mess up one day, you can start over the
Sure.
next day. You can try again. Also, she said, don't set yourself up for failure. Like if you're not a morning person, you're like, I'm going to do this every morning. Don't do that because you're not. You can start at night. And she said, it's okay. Like, if you need to start working out, to do it like 5 to 10 minutes a day, just slipping it in your day, just to build on success.
I mean, if you're weak, sure.
You know, you don't have to go all in.
All right.
Reasonable expectations.
That's fair. I think that's very good. Anyway, Elizabeth, Ben's wife, said Jay West also lives with you, and that's aged him quite a bit. She also said she hates mustaches. Ben left his sideburns, and they'll be gone before long. Ben said 3 weeks. I think that's plenty of time. Lenny said he's half Italian, half Portuguese, and has olive oil pouring out of your skin. You're not going to age a day based on this science. Anyway, until then, until next time, my name's Nathan.
I'm Rebecca. We out.
Oh, and in case I don't see you, good afternoon, good evening, and good night.
I know you're teasing. I didn't take personal offense to
She's
that.
not teasing. She talks about your back. She talks
about my back.
She talks about your back behind you all the time.
Have you seen her back? It's like the worst I've ever seen. Like her subluxation is so bad.
I don't even know what that word means.
Like where the back dips in. Like I have a subluxation in my lower back.
I don't know what that means.
Like it looks like a really big dip.
A subluxation?
Subluxation.
A suplexation.
Subluxation. Subluxation.
With a B.
I don't know. I'm not great
You are slurring your words on purpose because you don't know the
subluxation. Now you got Elvis all worked up.
Subluxation. A partial dislocation?
Go to images.
Back sublug. Hold on a second.
Okay, I think I'm missing a word right before it.
Like this? That's just.
No, I'm missing a word right before it because it's the dip in my lower back. An overpronounced dip in my lower back. We're still live, aren't we? And we're just going through this. Okay.
Anyway, Webb, thank you so much for hanging out, as well as Lenny and Ben and Elizabeth and your whole family, more than likely. We appreciate you guys hanging out, chiming in, and chilling. I'm going to spend the next 30 minutes trying to figure out what on earth Rebecca's talking about.
Okay, it's calling it hyperlordosis.
That sounds like a dinosaur.
It does.
Hyper?
Lordosis.
Dang, this doesn't seem so bad. In this example, it gives this person a booty.
That's because you're sticking your butt out. But it's really bad on the rest of your back and your spinal structure to be walking like that. But it happens a lot, for women because they carry babies.
Oh, shoot, this guy.
That's what causes it. No, that dude's that's unfortunate. He's really sticking his butt out.
Dang.
Mine's not that bad.
All right. Well, anyway. We'll see you guys later. Thanks for hanging out.